Hello everyone. Hope you all doing well. And I'm back with yet another live stream. I wanted to make it a bit like a podcast, but I don't have the equipment or somebody with me to talk to. But uh, let's see how this goes. Um, so the topic for today is life surprises versus your plans. So, we all are aware that life is so unpredictable, and as they say, man proposes, God disposes. So, we can try our best, but we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Nobody can say with complete certainty that this is exactly what's going to happen. They can be 99% sure, but ultimately, God is in control. And that's where you get challenged, that how can we make plans at the same time, uh, remain prepared for anything that can happen, you know. And I suppose it's easier to say that, but life has its own way of teaching us. We learn with experience more than anything else, and everybody has their own journey. And yeah, life is uh, full of uncertainties, and um, if we feel stuck, if we are not, let's say, in a typical practical kind of mindset where we have planned everything for the next 100 years, and we have every hour booked, in our diary, for the next 10 years, and we are completely busy, climbing the success ladder, then good for you. I mean, but if you are somebody who likes to go with the flow, but at the same time you feel like, you know, there's this fear of unknown, then just try to take it one day at a time. You know, we are bound to make mistakes. We are supposed to get back up, start again, and this helps us learn a lot about who we are and what we are capable of, because often we underestimate ourselves. There's this critic inside of us that is always bullying us or trying to control us. Of course, that is a part of our psyche, but we have to uh, take control of our mind and try to stay focused on what we want to achieve. Let's say that you are an artist, or you identify yourself as an artist, and you want to write a book if you're a writer, or if you want to make a painting, or you're an actor, whatever your goal is. Now you are going to focus focus on creating that, uh, you will immerse yourself in that, but you will realize that um, life may delay that process, but your focus on creating that is the goal. So the journey is the goal, right? Just like, let's say somebody wants a child, and the husband and wife, for them, making love to have a baby is their goal. They they have surrendered the result, but their goal is to uh, you know keep making love, to create something beautiful. And once the magic happens, uh, if it's meant to be that, their love will manifest something, but they are uniting, and that's their art. So the same way, a writer, he unites with his book. uh, First, it is all a diary with empty pages, and he is writing that. He's filling it with an ink, and then creating letters, and slowly and gradually it takes the form of a book one day. uh, Although he sometimes doubts it, because things are not happening his way, but he realizes why he got on this journey in the first place. It's just like a traveler who wants to go to a country, and he's on his way, but he gets lost, and he thinks that, oh, why am I doing this? I'm miserable over here. I'm not getting what I was planning to. But again, he is being tested by God, that everything doesn't happen the way we expect it to be. For example, I'll tell my story. When, like, in 2016, uh, August, I was feeling really, during when 2016 had begun. I just wanted to run away. I just wanted to go somewhere, um, and God granted my wish, and somehow I managed to reach Baltistan, and I was staying in a village for a few weeks. But since the moment I, reached Islamabad, the capital, Pakistan, and then I had to take a flight and go somewhere. On my way, I was being tested, uh, because, somewhere my pride was saying that, oh, I am the Sufi, and I'm going to spread the message of love and oneness. This was my state of mind in that, uh, in that when I was in that zone. And I when I was like going through my trials, for example, uh, I imagine that, you know things, you think that, oh, you are such a nice person, until things don't happen exactly the way you expected them. And I what happened was, they I was traveling with someone who was guiding me over there, and I I wanted to visit a place which is one of the, its biggest tourist attractions in Skardu. It's called Shangri-La. So maybe that person had uh, some misunderstanding with me, or he got offended. I don't know, but somehow I I wanted to go there, and anybody who visits that place would want to go there. But he just told the driver in his language that, you know uh, you know uh, go to the other place, and he took me to some other area which was a lake. But and he made some excuse that the president is about to come in the evening, and da da da. So I was, obviously, I'm not the kind of a person who gets you know aggressive, or it it rarely happens that I react. And but at that time I was accepting things as they were happening. Afterwards, I had once gotten sick, and the same man, he knew that I'm not well, but and it was cold over there because it's in the northern area. And when you are having cold or fever, you, you obviously can't be outside. But I don't know what that man was up to, but he was sitting in his office, and he told his servants not to disturb him because his car wasn't there, and I was shivering in cold. And I was just realizing that, it's so easy to say that you are a Sufi, but it's one thing to say you're a Sufi, and actually going through that process and taking, like, uh, actually absorbing that, or uh, controlling yourself, and embracing anything that God is. If I see it from the eyes of God, I will realize that it is a test from God, because the human mind will always create some reason. We don't know exactly what's going on. When we see things from the lens of the ego, we will obviously think negative. So there were certain things happening, and you realize that how easy it is to say that, I'm a friend of God, or a Sufi, or I mean, if somebody wants to walk the path of sainthood, uh, that's a very good intention, no doubt. But the moment you will uh, decide that, you know that is exactly when you start getting tested, because your inner demons and will get activated. Because you have made an intention to get close to God, you want to live for God. And normally everybody is being tested, but we don't realize that, we are not aware of that. And so the more you will ascend spiritually, you will be tested even more. So the point is that, uh, I had planned that I'm going to move there, because it was such a beautiful place and everything, but things were happening in a different way. I got sick and I had to come back within a month, and it probably was a blessing in disguise, because God knew where I need to be. He granted my wish, but at the same time, He brought me back. And uh, and I feel that it's important to see God in everything, and it takes uh, a lot of courage sometimes, because certain things can happen in our life that can seem unfair and unjust, and we just don't know how to comprehend that, because we it does make us doubt that where is God. Why is this happening? When you see things happening in in Palestine, or in Kashmir, or any part of the world where there's so many things happening, that we don't even n- know, or they don't get reported, like heaven and hell exist in this world, right? And the same way we can create our own heaven and hell within ourselves. So so uh, when I experienced anger, when I got in jaundice and I had to come back, you know uh, because the behavior of that man was not uh, kind towards me, and I was expecting hospitalities, because I was not just some random person. I had come through uh, somebody who knew the people who were supposed to take care of me over there. And now, uh, when I had come back, I just was in such a state of shock, because physically I had come back, but mentally I was there at the same time, because there was so much anger inside of me. It was repressed anger somewhere, because when you have anger inside of you and you keep on suppressing it, it becomes poisonous. It's really poisonous. Either you damage yourself or you will damage somebody else. So it's really important to forgive, pray for the person, and turn inward, purify yourself, because there are so many things that we carry that we don't even realize that may be harming us, right? And I was just giving an example uh, that God works in mysterious ways. We are nothing. We are nothing. You can be Bill Gates, you can be uh, whoever, the most powerful person in the world, but you are nothing. You're still nothing, because the only one who's powerful truly is God. And it's not uh, easy walking the path of truth, but one should never be discouraged. One should never be discouraged, because that's what the negative entities, or demons, or Satan will always try to bring you down, you know. And yeah, so uh, just understand that when you are grateful, when you look at when you look at things in a positive way, you have a glass is half full attitude. You are going to be in a much relaxed state compared to if you are complaining and looking back and I saying, I wish I had done that, I wish I could have done this, I wish I had reacted in that way, it doesn't help because things don't change, right? You can only learn from that and move on. So understanding these things, it's that's why it's so important to take risks in life and get out more often, because that uh, makes you realize, how much we don't know and how much we need to learn, and what we can do for others as well. And you never know, you might inspire others, and you're learning so much when you are exposing yourself to different situations. So understanding this is really important to challenge yourself every single day, and uh, making sure that you are facing your fears, and you are going to feel much better when you start getting out of your comfort zone. um, yeah, so I would suggest that if you are a seeker, if you are an artist, if you are a free spirit person, uh, don't waste your time sitting in front of the screen. uh, Take it from me, I have wasted a lot of time, and if you get a chance, make sure that you don't remain stagnant or stuck uh, in a monotonous routine, uh, because we are designed to explore. No doubt that earning and everything is important, you will find your way, but it, I think that it's really important to get out uh, from the area where you live and travel as much as possible, because there are some people who are designed to live in the same pattern, like they can probably spend their whole life in the same town or living the same life. But I think people like us, we are born different, we need to get out, otherwise we get sick. We absolutely, we are going to start dying. And I have seen my health gotten worse in the past few years. I'm not here to impress anyone or lie about myself. I'm not selling anything. I'm just being who I am. And I am every day challenging myself to do something that scares me, uh, in my own capacity. I have my own struggles. Maybe I'll talk about that in my next podcast or stream, whatever. Um, but yeah, um, just as long as you have your energy, make sure you are using it to create, to express, just to move, and experience things as much as possible. That's when it's so important to read and meet new people and all these things. Otherwise, you feel sick. You feel, uh, I don't know. You It's hard to explain, but I'm sure you can understand if you are on the same frequency as I am, that we need that freedom. You know, we are like gypsies. we are wanderers. If we don't wander physically, we begin to wander mentally, and our soul does not get any rest. We yeah. So although we know that God is within and everything, but uh, you have to get out. You really need to uh, push yourself if you're going through depression. I try to do that once in a while. To be honest, I push myself sometimes to go to the beach. It takes half an hour to walk, and every time I go there, I tell myself, why don't I do that every day? But uh, but whenever I go there, that is the best time I've had in a long time, and it's so healing for me. you know uh, just like being in the mountains is so rejuvenating, and it's so beautiful, just being there. And then you know uh, meeting different people and experiencing different things, so important. It's so important. You need a muse. We need a muse. We amuse ourselves all the time, but these things are draining us out. They are not actually inspiring us. They are entertaining us in like just scrolling and watching 15-second videos is not food for the soul. It's just junk food for the ego, right? And we have to really understand, uh, that it's so important to take care of our soul. Your soul desires freedom. Uh, it, it needs love. It needs peace. Especially if you are an air sign. Air symbolizes movement. So yeah, we need movement. We need communication, uh, and we need uh, a sense of direction, because we tend to get lost or carried away at times. Um, so yeah, this was a interesting session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you managed to listen to my talk, the whole 30 minutes or so, then congratulations. You made it without going to sleep. Uh, so I hope you all have a nice day. I would love to hear your feedback, and just pray that I keep posting regularly. I'm too lazy to edit, uh, but I feel that it's better to talk than you know, procrastinating. And yeah, I feel that YouTube is amazing, but sometimes it gets frustrating, just wasting time staring at the analytics and all these things. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much once again. I really appreciate you guys watching, listening, and giving your thoughts, comments. There are one or two people who I uh, uh, see in the comments. Shout out to Maya Shebi. Uh, Hello. And yeah, thank you so much for your support. Uh, Sending you lots of love and light. May you all have a great day. Do what you love and love what you do. Take care.